It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's, oh, thank you. It's back! It's back! It's back!
Start spreading the news.
It's back! 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 It's back!
What's back? Ranger Radio's back. Listen live to all the Ranger football games on YouTube. Just like Inside Rangers Football on Facebook and get the link for this week's game. Go Rangers!
Welcome to Inside Ranger Football. I'm Brian Freeman alongside me, Smithson Valley head coach Larry Hill. We're recapping the Rangers' win over to Braunfels this past Saturday, 32-7. With that win, the Rangers are back in the postseason. Coach, before you look back at the game, talk to us about the logistics of moving the game from Friday night to Saturday afternoon.
Well, that's a little unnerving, for everybody, us, New Braunfels, administration, district, everybody that was involved. We just had, as we all know, just an inordinate amount of rain throughout the evening and made it difficult to get here. Of course, we ended up canceling school. The Braunfels went through some of the same problems. So not knowing what the weather would do that night, not knowing if any of our players, how many could or couldn't get here, the decision was made to move it to the next day. We opted for the noon game to try to get the game played as early as possible. Not a lot of dead time sitting around and waiting. And, and then if and when the game's, if you win the game, you got some time to get into your preparation for the next week, which will now be a short week because you're going from Saturday to Friday.
Well, looking back now at the game, again, 32-7, you beat New Braunfels this past Saturday. I know that the turnovers maybe not what you would have hoped for. You turned the ball over, I believe, 3 times, including the muff punt on the first punt of the game. But your team really overcame those mistakes and played really good football on both sides, offense and defense.
I thought it was our most solid, complete game in a while, at least. You mentioned the turnovers. A couple of those were kind of freak plays, but our defense held them, I think, to 12 yards rushing. We, I think, only allowed 1 explosive play from their offense, which is outstanding. We were very balanced in our running and our passing offensively. I thought our kicking game played extremely well. I just thought as the afternoon went on, we just began to, exert ourselves and play our style of football, and the results ended up being 32-7, as you said.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage, I thought you dominated on Saturday because you look at the quarterback, Trey Martin, and we talked about him on the show last week. Dual threat, can make plays outside of the pocket. Well, you didn't let him get comfortable at all Saturday afternoon.
Well, anytime on defense, you're looking to stop what the opponent does best. Him running and his quick passing game is what they do best, and we were able to limit that and limit their effectiveness, as you said, and forced them to do other things. And you hope to do that every week, can't always, but we did, and like I said, that then forced them into the slow, methodical drive, not the one-play drive, and they weren't able to do it enough.
Going into the first half, you had the football and a chance to put a drive together, really take a big advantage going into the locker rooms. Take us back to that final drive and the play call with only a few seconds remaining that led to the Ralston touchdown.
Well, it was 7-0 for a long time. We felt like we had control of the game, yet it was 7-0. Then we get the 81-yard throw and catch that gets us up 13-0. And then, like you said, we've got time for one more drive. We put some big plays together, kind of milked the clock, then all of a sudden we're kind of in that awkward 8-second thing from about the 7-8 yard line. What do? You got time for one play and a field goal unless that play takes a while. And but we did. We were able to go a play action pass, and I think a lot of focus was on Derek Hausler and Matt Sandoval, and Lane Ralston slipped out in the flats. We threw and caught, and he got in the corner of the end zone. And from what was just a few minutes ago, 7-0 to 19-0 at the half, that's a big difference, especially when you're going to get the ball coming out of the locker room at half.
I spoke to you last week about the importance of being able to grind out a win in a close ball game as you had the game before against Wagner and a couple others earlier this season. Did it feel good to finally win comfortably for the first time in a while this past Saturday?
Well, they didn't go quietly, but I think whenever we came out in the second half, put the long drive and got up 25 to nothing, then we began to. Now you can do some things when you have the lead. You can grind the clock a little more. You can be a little safer on defense, and as you said, at the end of the game, get some more players in the game and win by the 21-point margin that you needed to do to clinch a playoff berth and get all that done in an afternoon game. That was kind of neat.
I know you don't take the playoffs for granted. Just how significant was the accomplishment for the team to clinch that this past week?
Very, very much, very significant. You're in 25 6A. Holy cow! There are a lot of really good teams, and you got to bring it every week. And there's going to be several really fine teams that aren't going to make the playoffs. For you to be one of the ones that does, and to be able to clinch it in Week 9. On the road in difficult, unusual circumstances against a tough schedule that we've played. Very proud of our players.
All right, again, the Rangers beat the Unicorns this past Saturday, 32-7. A lot of big plays for the Rangers. Let's go back and take a look at the plays of the week.
Let's take a look. Our first play is what we call a coverage sack. If you see it from the wide view here, you'll see the play unfold. New Braunfels on offense. Quarterback's looking down to the bottom of the screen. And I've got Tylen Bynum over to our left at cornerback. Then our outside linebacker with the other circle around him to the right is Jeff Savard. On the snap, they will move into those areas and take away the New Braunfels quick throw that they're trying to do. Play unfolds, you can see he can't make the quick throw, has to hold the ball a little bit, and now with the circle around him, Josh Ernst, our defensive end, top of the screen, because he has to hold the ball, is able to get the big sack. So that's what you call a coverage sack. Coverage contributed to it. And now if you watch Josh from the left side of the screen, ball is snapped, quarterback he's defeating the block of the halfback. And as he plays off the block, the quarterback looks right. Now he can't make the throw when he wants to, and then that makes him hold it. And then we get Josh in there, gets the big sack. Good team football. Another big defensive play, they're down in the red zone, as you can tell. They try a pump and go pass. Trayvon Merrick, who's to the bottom of the screen, or the lower young man there, and then to the top, Josh Hansen, a safety, combined to take away this throw into the end zone. Trayvon at the bottom will intercept the pass, and Matt will tackle the receiver and make sure the ball's not caught. Catch, tackle, good bracket coverage there by a junior and a sophomore, thwarts their drive and turns the ball over and gives it back to our offense. You see it a little bit better maybe from the end zone. They pump fake, throw the ball up top. There's Trayvon, 44, has got the ball in his hands, can't quite see it. And then you see Josh Hansen finishing off the receiver with the tackle. Great team defense, turns the ball over. This was a big playoff for us on offense. 81-yard throw and catch from our quarterback Josh Atkins to Derek Hausler, who's circled at the lower part of the screen. If you watch as the play unfolds, Derek's route goes in, back out, back in, and then up the field, turns the cornerback around. Just keep your eye on that as the play unfolds. Kind of buckled him a little bit. Perfect throw. You can see the ball couldn't be thrown any better. Great catch by Derek, and then right here breaks the heel line tackle. And it's an 81-yard pass, and it goes from a one-touchdown game to a two-touchdown game. Here's a good look from the rear. The ball snapped. Watch the protection of our offensive line. Nick Hamrick, Brock Scherber. In the middle there, John Mockert. On the left, 57 is Davis Perry. And on the extreme left, number 66, Malachi Powpow. They give Josh the time he needs in the pocket. Now he's able to step up, find a gap, and that ball is thrown, like I said, about as good as you can throw it. And you see an 81-yard throw and catch and run, all from behind, and we go up by 2 touchdowns late in the first half. This is just a good example of a read play and combining 2 plays. We have 2 receivers at the top of the screen, and they are going to run a pass play where one of them catches the ball and the other blocks for him. Meanwhile, inside we've got a running play. The quarterback has his eyes on the defender with the arrow. If the defender were to come back in, he would simply pull the ball out of the halfback's belly and throw out to those receivers. If the young man were to stay wide, like he will do on this play, he will simply leave the ball with the halfback and will run through the vacated area. Okay? So you got the halfback with the circle around him, and you got 2 receivers out there and trying to make the man in the middle wrong. He stayed wide. We handed the ball off. Huda Roche makes a great run. After never got him down, ends up making 22 yards right up the middle. Now the end zone view will focus on the size of the hole. Look at those blocks. Look at the size of that hole. The lead blocker is Lane Ralston right there on 49, and Huda simply runs straight ahead and then shows great determination. Knee never touches the ground. 22-yard gain. Big play for the Rangers. And those are our plays of the week.
All right, Coach, a lot of big plays for the Rangers again this past Saturday in the win over the Braunfels. We have a lot more, though, coming up at Inside Rangers Football, including a preview of the regular season finale against Judson coming up. But we're taking a break, and we're back in a moment.
No problem, sir. Glad I could help. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for calling GVTC. Woo! That's right, Jason! Thank you for calling GVTC. This is Jeff.
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart.
I had my mom make you some cookies, Coach.
Well, that's nice. Thanks. Why'd I get these?
Cookies are for coaches with over 200 wins. Get you a cookie, Coach. Help me out. I need a shameless plug.
Not a problem. If you need video production work, there's not a finer organization than WIC Productions. It's who we've always trusted for our game night school board productions and Inside Ranger Football Coaches Show.
Get you another cookie, Coach.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we hold doors open for ladies.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we have fun.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We play football.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
In this town, we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
it's just what we do.
It's just what we do.
We are back at Inside Rangers Football. Again, our preview of Friday's upcoming regular season finale against Judson is coming up, but right now, we kick things over to Emily Turner with this week's Senior Moments.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Hey, guys, get your phones out.
Text our moms.
That's right. All right, so I'm here with Hayden, Kyle, and Casey. Hayden, you know, they call a knee slapper when something's funny, but is it actually a knee or is it a thigh?
I would go with knee.
Well, we're gonna test that out. Casey, give him a joke.
What's black and white and red all over?
I don't know what.
Sunburned zebra.
There you have it. It's a knee slapper. Kyle, why do you think it is that people sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" when they're already at the game?
For the sport, I guess.
Kyle, I want you to lead the boys. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Okay.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never come back. Root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. But it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out in the old ball game.
Good job, boys. Kyle, I heard you had an amazing talent.
Yes.
Give it to me. All right, Hayden, Kyle, and Casey, thanks for being here with me today. You guys were a lot of fun. Back to you, Coach.
Go Rangers!
Well, Kyle Lavelle showing off the footwork, and footwork's always important for a defensive lineman coach, isn't it?
I guess so. I don't know if dancing has anything to do with how well those guys play on the football field, but interesting anyway.
All right, well, let's go from the dance floor to this week's edition of Little Men.
One of the things a good defensive ball club has to do is recognize what the offense does best and figure out a way to take that away. One of the most common plays in football is what we call a block down kick out play. Let's go to the little men and explain exactly what I mean. The Rangers are in white on defense. The dark opponent jerseys are here on this side. When I say block down kick out, for instance, a guard may block down on the nose guard, and a tackle may block down on the linebacker, and a fullback may go try to kick our defensive end out, creating this running lane for the ball carrier who gets the ball from the quarterback to run in. If that is one of their bread and butter plays, you can't let them do that to you over and over and over. So how is the best way to defend that? Let's move it back now. And we're blocking down, we're handing the ball off, and now we're going to do what we call an open door, closed door read. Our defensive end, when he realizes that the tackle is blocking down and knows that there's an open door or an open gap here, he will actually come underneath the block of the fullback and closes that door. The linebacker sees the door closed and quite naturally, quite logically, moves to the outside where the ball naturally is going to go. So let's go through that again from the beginning and talk about an open door, closed door read. Okay? Again, the ball is handed off, the ball starts toward the off tackle hole. The block down, looks like they're fixing to do the open door, closed door read. The ball is kicked and pushed to the outside, and when it is, the linebacker moves up and makes the tackle. Taking away what they do best, giving your players the best opportunity to stop them for no gain. Open door, closed door, defense at Smithson Valley. Let's move away from the little men and see some open door, closed door reads in action on the big screen. Here's an example of the open door, closed door concept. As the ball is snapped from the opponent, you can see they're moving to the right, and the tackle is blocking down to the inside, leaving our defensive end up the field, creating an open door to his inside. He now goes inside to close off that door, close that door, now make the ball come outside where we have two defenders who are waiting for the ball. They combine on the tackle for a very short gain, made possible by our defensive end closing off the gap. Here's a rear view, might show it a little bit better. That offensive tackle for the opponent will block to the inside and open up a door for his opponent, for his running back, but we will go inside and close the door. Force the ball to the outside. Hopefully we have two defenders waiting there who combine on the tackle. That's one example. Let's take another look in another game in another setting. The ball moves to the outside. They're trying to block our outside linebacker, but big door, comes inside, closes the door, makes it go outside. Two defenders combine on the tackle, and we keep them out of the end zone. A different type of open door, closed door, but one nonetheless. Let's watch it from the end zone. Close that door off, make it go outside. Two players combine on the tackle and keep them out of the end zone. That was a great look at the open door, closed door reads in action. Now let's go to Ranger Trivia.
This week in Rangers Trivia, with 112 yards receiving this Friday against Judson, Rangers receiver Derek Hauser would have 1,000 yards for the season. How many players have had 1,000 yards receiving in a single season in Rangers history? Is the answer A, 3, B, 1, or C, 0? The answer is C, 0. If Hauser accomplishes that feat, it would be a first in the history of the Smithson Valley program. Yeah, Coach, you look at Hauser's numbers in his career, over 1,800 yards receiving, 19 touchdowns now after he had 2 this past Saturday against the Braunfels. He's been something special for you these past couple of years.
He has. We've had a number of great receivers through the years. He's the latest in a long line of them. You know, he's certainly someone the defense has to account for, which opens up our other receivers, opens up our running game, just makes our whole offense better.
All right, tell you what though, we're coming up at a break at Inside Rangers Football. Up next, we'll look ahead to Judson coming up on Friday.
Rest, ice, compression, elevation, every day. Reagan, are you there? Hello? Are you in there?
Pennicky, I'm sorry. I am so hungry. I need some Chicken Express.
Yeah, Chicken Express does sound good.
With our famous chicken tenders and the best sweet tea in Texas, if someone isn't paying attention to you, they're thinking about Chicken Express.
Hi, welcome to GVTC. Hit it, Natalie.
Dut, 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 dut.
R-A-N-G-E-R-S, Rangers, the best!
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you have it. Success is at your fingertips. Call Wick Productions today.
Back at Inside Rangers football coming up Friday. The Rangers host the Judson Rockets, the final game of the regular season. Judson comes into the game with a record of 8-1. The Rangers are 7-2. And coach, this Judson Rocket team, awfully impressive as normally Judson teams are. What impresses you initially when looking at this team?
Well, you know, they've just got talent at every position, and you mentioned their tradition. It's been that way since I was in high school, which has been more than a few years ago. But you know, they play very good defensively. They're very solid at every position, got great speed, great closing speed. Offensively, really making their living running the football and then the deep play action pass. You know, just you've got to be able to account for the quarterback both in the run and the pass game. You know, like a lot of offenses in 25-6A, they're pretty multifaceted, and so there's a reason that they're 8-1 and ranked in the state.
You've been in the district with Judson before, so for many years you've played this program. And a year ago, a close ball game, as a lot of them have been, between Smithson Valley and Judson. And I remember last year being very impressed with their quarterback, Julian Williams. What was doubly impressive a year ago, he was only a freshman, a sophomore quarterback, still doing great things. What's the breakdown on him?
Well, you know, he can hurt you a lot of ways, you know, with his feet, with his decision making. He's very poised, good. He knows what he's doing. And then, of course, throwing the football. And he's got a lot of good guys to hand it to, a lot of good guys to throw it to, and some good guys blocking for him up front. So, you know, he's just one spoke in the wheel, but he's an awful big spoke for their offense.
What's the scouting report on Judson's defense?
Well, very athletic. They got one of their defensive ends, I think, is committed to Texas A&M. You know, they've got speed at every position, whether it's linebacker, defensive line, secondary. You know, there's no apparent weakness. You're just going to have to do what you do well and hope to do it better than what they do well.
As you look at the other factors of this game, what other intangibles, what other keys come into play in a game like this?
Well, you know, both teams have got a lot to play for. On the one hand, they've clinched playoff spots, you know, so on that hand, you know, nothing different's going to come out of this game, but we're both being seated in the Division I bracket. Winner of the game is the high seed and gets a home playoff game. The one that doesn't win will be on the road for the first round. So you got that to play for, and then of course, you know, just the thing that every great player. I mean, we had a chance to play again on Friday. We want to win, and so it'll be a good night for football, and both teams will be getting after each other.
And special teams play could really come into factor on Friday.
I hope so. You know, hopefully it will for Smithson Valley. You know, whether it's a big return or block a kick or some great coverage that pins them deep. Those kinds of things usually matter in big ball games, and we certainly want to make them matter this Friday night.
The Rangers and Rockets, one of 3 games coming up in 25-6A play this Friday. For a look at the other 2, here are this week's district picks with Ferris Orthodontics.
Glad to be here, guys. This is Tyler Ferris.
And Megan Hembry.
And this is your Week 11 Ferris Orthodontics Picks of the Week.
Line them up.
Line them up. My Week 11 first pick of the week, Clemens Buffaloes, new Braunfels Unicorns. I've been tough on the Unicorns all year, but tonight they're power ponies. The Unicorns all over the Buffaloes, my season-ending upset of the year.
All right, this week, man, last game, district play for the Steel Knights versus the Canyon Cougars. Those Knights, they had too much fight in them. I'm going with the Knights over the Cougars this week.
All right, your Week 11 game of the week, Smithson Valley Rangers, Judson Rockets, perennial powerhouses, both having great seasons. This game matters. It matters a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Which way we going?
I think it's a Rangers we will be.
Get your guns up.
Back to you.
So to recap the picks, they like New Braunfels to get the upset over Clemens and get into that fourth and final playoff spot, and both like Steele over Canyon, and both of them like Smithson Valley.
Well, I like that last pick for sure. Those other games have an opportunity to be big. You mentioned the New Braunfels-Clemens game. That's a winner-take-all thing, and but we're focused on our game, and we look forward to it.
All right, Coach, best of luck against Judson, and that's going to wrap up this week's show of Inside Rangers Football. For Coach Hill, I'm Brain Freeman, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Y'all got it this time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kick, ball, change. Nice. Okay, from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kick, ball, change. Good job.
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart. When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and is hand-battered fresh so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Straight.
Straight. Straight! Straight! I think you're gonna take this one.
Ready? Straight!
I got it, Dr. Ferris. Us posse guys always hold the flag. Straight!
I see you over there looking at me with your arms folded up, not looking happy. Dragging your name through the mud, you should roll with a kid.
We may have hit the mother lode.
$2,000?
3,000?
Profit!
All new episodes of Storage Wars, Tuesdays at 9 on A&E.
Watch A&E, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 558. GVTC, just plain smart.
Dancing is easy if you break it down into steps. So is fighting breast cancer. Step 1, shop QVC Presents Fanny Shoes on sale. Step 2, get beautiful shoes at half of the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Step 3, 80% of your purchase price benefits breast cancer research and education. Let's fight breast cancer, one step at a time.
It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's, oh, thank you. It's back! 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 It's back. It's back.
What's back? Ranger Radio's back. Listen live to all the Ranger football games on YouTube. Just like Inside Rangers Football on Facebook and get the link for this week's game. Go Rangers!
Psst, you're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Can I watch it at the gym?
You can watch it at the gym. You can watch it with the gym. Hey. You can watch it anywhere.
Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa.
Can we watch it while we're baking?
On all your devices, whatever you're making. Download the Watch Food Network app today.
Oh,